Hello, Omega Dimensions here, back for another video. We're here where we left off with that freaking blue crow. Yeah, it's a crow, right? So we're going to start. Let's go up, okay. Let's start from here, because we were last time, but just so we can get context, I guess. Suddenly I feel a faint dizziness. Shiki, what's wrong? You're sweating an awful lot. No, it's just No, it's just this twinge of pain in my head. I released something with a shock as I replied to Arcuied. The window behind Arcuied, beyond the glass within the city streets still sunken in darkness of night. A blue crow is looking in my direction. That's... I can't do more than stare at its dim figure through the window. Arcuied turns toward the window too. Nervous Squeaker, or as I remember, he's called Nero. So that's why I'm going to say Nero. Indeed. Indeed, I have finally found you, princess of the true ancestors. From somewhere, a force of will flows into the room. Arcuate eyes are full of enmity. Outside the window, the crow gives a loud, high-pitched scream. This is it. This is it. I am heading there right now. Going to Scava, I guess I'll voice him. The blue crow flies off. All that remains is that dark night and the white moon. Suddenly, boom! A heavy noise, the room shakes violently. To be more precise, the entire hotel is shook from the impact. What the hell? I get up from the bed. Arcuied is silent, biting her lip with a vexed expression. Arcuied that's shaking just now. She doesn't answer. Say something! It wasn't an earthquake, was it? If I had to guess, it felt more like someone had driven a large dump truck into the hotel lobby at full speed. It was a kind of impact. Arcuied? She doesn't answer. If I listen closer, I can hear the noises from downstairs. Arcuied's face is grave. She says she was powerless right now. That was probably why she didn't say anything. Only time passes by. 2 minutes. It's been 2 minutes after the impact, but the hotel is awfully quiet. Arcuied remains silent and still, just biting her lip, if withstanding something. I can see a trail of red blood slowly flowing from her lip. Arcuied? Is she worried? Frustrated? She remains still as almost she's embracing herself, bearing with something. She said she wouldn't have to leave the room. Then, what am I here for? Stay inside the room for now and keep watch. I'll freaking die. I should check out what's happening outside. Well, in times like this, you read this. Saying I should go check what's happening outside. Alright. I decided what to do from the very beginning. Taking the knife out of my pocket, I walked to the door. Shiki? I'm going to check things out. Don't leave this room until I come back. I step out into the hallway, shaking off Arcuied's look like she wants to say something. No one is in the hallway. Couldn't hear from inside, but the hallway is noisy. It's not that this floor is noisy, rather that the noise coming from beneath my feet. There's some kind of ruckus on the floor below. I can hear the noise of many people talking. I suppose the impact just woke up the guests, and they're complaining to the hotel. Doesn't look strange so far. I walk down the hallway. The noise from downstairs is like the sound of ocean waves. Noisy and yet so solitary and inactive. My fingers gripping the knife feels numb. A chill runs down the back of my neck. There's something near my temple. Pain emerges from the back of my eyes. Enduring it, I walk down the hallway. It hurts. My eyes hurt. My head grows heavy and I feel a drifting sensation like I'm about to collapse right here. Yeah, I know what this is. Without a doubt, this is the feeling I get right before I collapse from anemia. It hurts. It hurts. Unable to withstand it any longer, I remove my glasses. I can see the elevator. A long hallway. It must be more than 10 meters from here to the elevator. And then, with a ding-dong, the elevator comes to the 11th floor. I can see the lines on the elevator door. No, they're too dense. They look pitch black. A door opens. A small steel box opens. Inside the box, crammed to the point of overflowing, is human flesh. Inside the steel box is called an elevator. The red meat of humans in the ground and pushed in. Inside, two black dogs are ferociously feasting away on something. Oh, I stop breathing. Like my brain just froze, my lungs stop as well. I can't breathe, but that isn't important. My vision turns crimson. With bubbling sound, blood pours out of the elevator. Amidst the ocean of blood, people, arms, feet, bones, brains, fingers, organs, and other parts. Two black dogs are only a form of life. My very instincts refuse to take in this scene. Down the hallway, two black dogs are pitching at a human corpse. If I listen carefully, I can still hear the sounds coming downstairs. If I listen carefully, these are sounds of growing, chewing of meat, cries of help, and the death of screams of people who can't even be called words anymore. What is this? Though there's no way I can see before my eyes, is the image of dozens of beasts eating the people in the hotel alive. A man running down the hallway trying to escape. But the panther-like claws descending from the ceiling slice him open, from his nose to the back of his head. A girl locking herself up in a room and crying. But to the loins but the lions, a door is no stronger than paper, and within seconds they demolish it into an unrecognizable shape. Striving madly to be the first ones there, dashing for the elevator, but within it, the black dogs, waiting inside to decapitate them the instant the door opens. At any rate, there is no exception. Beneath my feet, within the huge box called the hotel, is the same form of hell I can feel down to my very bones. Gah! I feel like throwing up. But I can't do that. If I stand around to do that, I'll become part of the Red Sea. I resume my breathing. I grip my teeth hard. The dogs inside ever noticed me. All the sounds below ceased. In other words, there's no longer anyone alive. The two black dogs begin to run, of course, towards me, the last prey. The black dogs are coming for me. On their bodies, I can see an infinite number of lines, and their foreheads, the point of death. But even so, the paralyzed mind does not over my body to fight or run. The first black dog leaps. Its speed belies all human comprehension. It doesn't take 2 seconds to 10 meters in the hallway. They open their mouths filled with fangs so many times sharper than a knife. I have, and they are aimed straight at my throat, accurate and fast. The instant I realize they are drawing upon me, the fangs bite into my throat with a crunch. I die. But that's not right. I can't be killed by something like this, and I refuse to die. The deaths of others would not cause me to hesitate. A hot summer day. It happened long ago, 8 years ago. I've seen something even more terrible. Thrust. I thrust my knife into the forehead of the black dog, biting into my neck. My arm moved just before the black dog is ripped from my throat. Ripped through my throat. It was done so perfectly, even for myself. Like a machine whose sole function is to cut, I plunged a knife into the dog's forehead without any useless and wasted moment. Because this is where the first dog point was. Normally, even if the brain is destroyed, the muscles try to execute the commands they have been received from the brain. The black dog will have probably ripped through my throat even if something pierced its head. Well, normally that will happen. Well, the black dog is dead. Death is complete. It's a complete stoppage. Stoppage? I don't know. I never heard that word before. It has to be similar to stop, but At the point when I killed it, it lost every form of validity. The first dog falls into the ground. It is a place the second dog is flying straight at my face. The first dog falls onto the ground. Its place the second dog is flying straight at my face. I thrust a knife right to his open mouth. But that was a mistake. The dog's point is not on his face, but on his chest. Stabbing through the mouth will kill him immediately. The knife pierces the dog's mouth into the back of his head. Naturally, the hand holding the knife still remains into the dog's mouth. The dog is still alive. The jaw shuts. The joint between my arms and hand holding the knife is bitten on, about to be ripped apart. Proper thought returns with the pain. You had to be kidding me. It is if I'm letting him chew through my arm by stabbing him in the mouth. Well, I tried to pull my arm out. The dog teeth are deep in my arm. It doesn't seem like I can pull it off. More importantly, this black dog, despite having been pierced in the head, is still filled with life. Even though I left piercing, it shakes and lands on top of me. I fall into the floor. I still can't pull my arm out. The dog still pierced in my head applies more power on its bite. My arm is surely going to be torn off. I can't believe this. No dog ought to be able to bite anything in that state. You? I feel something wet. I could see blood spilling from the black dog's mouth. It is the black dog's blood leaking from this knife wound to the head. Or is it the blood coming from my arm to be torn off? To be honest, the head is too messed up to be feeling the pain, so isn't it a big deal which one is it? Let's go. I tried to wrestle away from the black dog. but is firmly attached to my arm. I can't escape. I can't run away. If I want to escape, I have no choice but to kill it. But how? The hand is biting off is the one holding the knife. I am on the ground, so even supposing I did pull my hand out, the very next instant the black dog's mouth will be free to bite my throat. It's okay. Calm down, Shiki. First, you got to examine the situation well, and then think calmly about it. That's the kind of thinking you always kept. In that case, I can do something. For example, there are plenty of lines on the back of his head. Let me see. For example, there are plenty of lines on the back of his head, and I can see the black point on his chest. The way to solve it is awfully simple. But I have my doubts about executing this plan. No matter how much savage and evil the creature is, to do something is like killing a painting. And grasping the creature so alive, close to me, is something I'm hesitant to do. Gah. The pressure on my arm increases. My entire arm is surely going to be ripped off at this rate. But even so, I can't seem to do something so cruel. This red blood drips down onto my face, going down to my forehead. It drips into my eyes. Crimson darkness soaks into the back of my eyes. Red. My conscience sways, and then it's gone. But even so, I can't bring myself to kill a living creature. What hypocrisy. What hypocrisy. You killed something much more bigger than I'm your dog. Yes, that's right. But that time was different. I wasn't the same one. It was Arcuied. Even when I killed the other black dog just a moment ago, that was unrelated to my will. But right now, this is very much my will. Then Sensei say, Shiki, use the power according to your will, and no one else's. That's why, as myself right now, I can never take a life for granted. That too is hypocrisy. Because long ago that is a nightmare from my childhood. See, what are you waiting for? It was a hot summer day. Kill or be killed. Before my eyes, a blood-soaked shadow of a boy. You are ready. Hot, red blood on my hands. I think you killed someone once before. Why did I change the voices? I have no idea. I thought it would sound cooler, you know? I thrust. I don't pull, but rather thrust deeper into the black dog's head. I can hear it yelping right in front of me. I think the black dog's crying out. My arm in its mouth. It cannot properly cry, but it's crying away. I'm sure that's how much it must hurt. I don't care. I plunge the knife deeper along with my arm. Without a sound, the blade of the knife punches of the black dog's head. It is as if the dog has grown a horn. Having split its skull, I easily splat through its skin. Blood and brains spray out as the knife completely emerges from the back of the head. Also, the hand gripping the knife travels completely through. But even so, the black dog is still alive. There's only one thing I have to do. I reach around with the other hand, peeling the knife from my blood-drenched fingers. I grip the knife with my free hand. And just like that, I thrust the point on the black dog's chest. And with that, the black dog dies. strength drains from its jaws. I can easily pull my arm back out. Or it wasn't torn off at all. I looked at my blood-covered arm. So many teeth marks, but the flesh is almost free of wounds. The blood must have been from the black dog when I impaled through its head. The pain from when I was bitten was really quite trivial, but my fear must have amplified it many times over. Lying there on the ground, I look up the ceiling. My head hurts. The world has become a patchwork, and there I see the black paints of death. My body is freezing, but my mind is burning fiercely. Right beside me lay the corpses of two black dogs. One of my arms covered in blood, but the other clutches a red knife. Also, there are quite uncountable number of dead bodies downstairs. All I can do is laugh, because this isn't real. There's no way this could be real. At what point did I, with my eyes wide open, start seeing a nightmare? Ding dong. Terrell plays cheerful sounds. Rings out. So that creepy one way. Damn it, what's with this headache? I stand up, enduring the razor-like pain in my head. Elevator? It seems a sound is the other elevator coming up. The door opens. Inside stands a man wearing a black coat. The headache worsens. Yes, I've seen him before. I'm sure I've seen that man before. Silently, he walks towards me. You. I raise my knife and glare at him. But he doesn't react at all as he walks towards me. As if he doesn't notice me at all. The distance between us shrinks. Just a little more when there is barely 1 meter between us, and the man finally seems to notice me. Those bloodshot eyes. The instant I see those eyes, with no human should possess, I lose all my freedom to move my body. I thought I killed everyone, but it seems like there's still someone left. The man turns and looks at the corpses of the two black dogs. You pieces of filth. If you can't even take care of a scrap of meat, you're unworthy to be a part of my body. The man voices his displeasure as he raises his hand. His coat lifts like a mantle. Broken. With a splash, the black dog remains liquefied and disappear into the man's coat. I can't even scream. Below the man's coat is a pure darkness, without even traces of an outline. All that exists there is a mud-like darkness. This is dangerous. This guy is too dangerous. My instincts sound alarm widely in my head, but I can't even lift a finger. The man in the black coat approaches me. It's not good if I stay here. The unstopping headache grows to an unbearable level, telling me this place is dangerous. I read that means if I don't get out of here soon, I'm going to lose my life. But it's too late. A man right before me. Those eyes aren't looking at me at all. Feed. He raises one of his arms. Below it lies a chaotic darkness. From here something huge appears. Whomp. The sound of wind. To which has appeared from below the man's coat is a crocodile mouth, easily large enough to swallow a man whole. Ah, I'm going to die. Right here in an instant, clutched up like a ball of paper. Just as I was convinced of this, someone pulls me back. Club. What? I can't believe it. Said that made the jaw clumps into the stomach of Arcuied, who just pulled me out of the way. Sit. Arcuied's face contorts in agony. She draws back before she's completely devoured by the crocodile's jaw. Ma? Well, it's Wolfie's jaw. The man suddenly watches Arcuied. Arcuied glares back at him with a pained expression, her midsection strained in red. I can't believe a vampire named Chaos will play such a trivial games. It's like a poorly scripted nightmare. Nero Chaos. I feel the same way. To catch one of the surviving true ancestors, I never dreamed I'll be part of such a foolish festival. This is a nightmare for me too. The man calls Nero quietly lowers his arm. The coat returns to its former position, and the crocodile's mouth disappears underneath. The man looks only at Arcuied. It's as if he's not concerned at all about me, standing behind her with my knife raised. But what's going on? I've heard the previous executioner could not even scratch you. What kind of mistake is this? Right now your presence is exceedingly weak, even weaker than a mere member of the dead. Were you attacked by the church before, alright? Are you quite brute instead? Arcuied says nothing. The man fixes his emotion and stares on her. I don't understand. There are only a limited number of conceptual weapons capable of harming you. The only people in possession of those are the church's assassins, and I don't think the Bureau agency will detach anyone this far east. The man narrows his eyes slightly as he turns around. Either way, this is most fortunate for me. I shall not ask why have you been weakened. All I'm going to do is claim your head while I have the chance of winning. I held my knife preparing for his attack, but having openly stated he was going to take her head, the man now disappears towards the elevator. It seems, despite this claim, the man in the black coat is now leaving the hallway for the elevator. Huh? No, I have absolutely no idea what's going on. But the man with the two dogs attacking the nightmare-like reality of the attack tell none of it. Shiki. Arcuied leans on me. It is a terrible wound. Though her stomach stopped bleeding, her face structured up in pain. A half mere seconds ago, the wound she got from protecting me from that man. Why did you? Yes, I understand. I underestimate him slightly. That I could help you and dodge him, but you really did well, Shiki. I guess that wound I got, it wasn't so trifling after all. Our quiet face twists in pain into a small joking smile. I can't watch her any longer. A wound she got from protecting me. The reason she got it was because of me. There's no place for that stupid smile of hers. Arcuied leans onto me and lightly closes her eyes. Hold on, don't close your eyes, you idiot. Get a hold of yourself. You're a vampire who can die night, right? Well, that's true, but it seems like I am at my limit. What? Sorry, but can you take me back to my room? Arcuied waves and falls on me. Hold on. That's if she dies out. Hey! I call the Arcuied, who is quietly closes her eyes, and then I can hear her heavily breathing in her sleep. I shouldn't have bothered worrying. Arcuied is only sleeping, telling me to get back at her like that. How selfish of her. It really was selfish of her, but there's no helping this situation. Besides, if we stay here in the hotel any longer, I have a feeling we'll be in a lot of trouble. Gah! The headache won't stop. I guess I have the rest too, or I'll faint. Arcuied's room. Oh, that place. I only been there once, but I never remember it. In that case, there's no point staying here any longer. Carrying Arcuied, I decide quickly to leave the hotel. The city is slightly lit up. Fortunately, it's too early in the morning for anyone to be awake, so I get Arcuied's room without being seen. I see. That's how it is. Then I finally realize why the men left. The streets are beginning to become more covered with a faint orange light. I guess dawn is breaking already. Black Beast 2. Alright. Arcuied room isn't what you suspect for a vampire. Back then I was only worried about Arcuied, so I didn't really notice it, but looking at it now, her room is completely ordinary. She even has a new newspaper subscription. What's that all about? I grumble as I put the sleeping Arcuied on her bed. Yeah, I don't make that sound. I take a deep breath as I sit on the floor. It's almost 6 o'clock in the morning. The sky at the window is brightly heavily laden with clouds. Right. I should close the curtains. I spur my tired body to stand up. I close the curtains and sit down back again. Thud. I lower myself, drains my knees, and collapse on the floor. Man, it seems like I'm exhausted too. It's pitiful, but I can't even stand. Come to think, I spent all last night talking with Arcuied, and I didn't eat them for more than a day. Even though I put my glass, I still have a headache. My brain is ringing with this headache. Arcuied, I wonder if her wound's alright. Her bleeding stopped, and she's someone who regenerates after being sliced apart, so I don't have to worry. I wonder why. Right now, I'm so exhausted I could collapse. Yet I'm more worried about Arcuied than myself. Investigators believe the cause of the Taken Yoichi motorcycle accident was a malfunction in the brake pedal, which occurred which he was descending a steep hill. Fortunately, no one was killed in the accident. I wake up to the man's generic, unflected voice. Did I fall asleep? When did I came to? I find myself lying on the floor under a sheet. It was past noon. Arcuied is no longer in bed, and uninteresting news filled the room from television. Where did Arcuied go? As I sense someone in the kitchen. That it is moving around with a wound. No, she can stand up. I get under the sheet and stand up. I go to the kitchen and check up on her wound. Gosh, I've been talking non-stop. I've been talking for 34 minutes. Next on the news, a massive number of people went missing in the early morning hours at the hotel in the southern Miniyashori city. I stopped dead in my tracks. My eyes glued to the newscast television set. 103 people staying at the hotel are still unaccounted for. Furthermore, bloodstains can be seen within the hotel, and police are beginning to suspect they are involved in some kind of crime. What are you saying? Bloodstains? It wasn't something so cute. The news reads the script with a disinterested tone. The screen switches to the scene of the hotel I said earlier and lists of names of 133 people. Of course, neither mine nor Arcuied's name are on the list. Furthermore, a large amount of wild animal hair was found within the hotel. It's presumed the hair is connected with the suspect in some way. Some confirmed hair samples appeared, some larger breed of dog, wolves. There's also some evidence of a bear. There's a number of different hair samples from the scene. Ridiculously, appeared to be a shark bite also reported from the scene. Click. I switched out the television set. 100 people, about 100 people back then. In just half an hour, they were all brutally killed. Bloodstains, unaccounted for. How can you say that? You have that much information. I understand completely. Everyone's staying in the hotel killed those incomprehensible beasts and devoured without a trace. I resist the urge to throw up. I can't allow them to vomit when I recall every event which occurred last night. Such a petty sympathy will send me lower than a filthy pig. For me, the only one who escaped death in the hotel. I won't allow anything else than hatred for me behind it all, else other than hatred. 100 people, 100 killed without leaving their bodies behind, only blood. The face of the man in black could surface in my memory. I don't know who he is, but he is no mistake. He's behind everything that happened. In my heart, is my heart still numb? Right now, my hatred wins over fear and disgust. Or maybe, even the things whirling inside my chest are just another kind of fear. That's just ridiculous. I grit my teeth. I don't know if it's regret or fear or maybe unpleasant revolution. But just recalling the face of a man in black makes me to break something and irritates me. You're awake, Shiki. Arcuied pokes her head out of the kitchen. Oh, what is it? Making a scared... Oh, what is it? Maybe such a scared self. Did something happen? Arcuied speaks lightly, as nothing happened at all. The feelings which were for the inside until now just disappear. Arcuied, is your wound okay? Yes, for now. She laughs confidently. She screams exactly like before. Probably better than I am. Oh, then. That's good. At least the person near me is safe. Hey, wait a minute. Arcuied isn't human. Alright, space out. Anyway, how big a wound is this yours? Oh, what's wrong, Shiki? Just a little earlier you were calling me a monster. Eddie, I still think you are. But that's something else. I just wanted to thank you for helping me. I helped you, Shiki? Arcuied eyes wide in surprise. It seems she wasn't even aware of it. Yeah, you helped me. So I was a little late, but thanks for protecting me. Yeah, put me out of the way. I will join the list of 130 names. Thanks, it wasn't really anything. I'm the reason you met Nero, so you don't have to feel like you own me. Maybe, but the truth is that you saved me. Since you did, I want to thank you. But if I didn't make you watch over me, you would never been involved in all of that. I'm the one messing up your everyday life. So it won't be more appropriate to hate me rather than to be indebted to me? Well, certainly I do think you're a big bother. But and I think I'll take responsibility for my actions. A long, long time ago, someone taught me this. Whatever happens around me, I have to stick with things I start to the very end. Well, it seems quite natural. I'm quite supportive of that idea. Which is why I do not hate Arcuied. I just feel like I'm involved in something pretty bothersome. Oh, no, you mentioned I did say I need a shield because you killed me. So I guess I don't have to apologize for involving you in such things. Right. Wait, does this mean that she freaking forgot her freaking vow? Absolutely wonderful. Oh, now you mentioned I did send you a shield because you killed me. I guess I don't need to apologize for involving you in such things. Right. The situation I am in is my own fault. Your fault, huh? I think you have bad luck, Shiki. If you only killed some other girl than me, things would never have ended up like this. Hey. Hey, in the first place, you can't just assume I'll kill someone after you, Arcuied. I only felt like that. Stalk and kill only once. Only Arcuied. Or I want to think she was the only one? Ah. Do you remember something you forgot? No, that's not it. I thought about. I wonder why I wanted to kill you. She frowns as she looks at me. Well, this is a natural reaction. Anyone who killed Arcuied is saying that he doesn't know why he killed her. There's no reason. Alright. Because you were born killer, Shiki? Eh? Hold on. What does this woman just say about me? You seem really used to it when you attacked me. You rang the doorbell, put your hand through the door as it opened and then entered. Well, I'm so off course with surprise you killed me first strike and just finished off by slicing me into pieces. Yeah, your surprise attack was perfect. How perfect was it? And pinning you from that time have been unparalleled masterpiece. Perfect it was. But no matter how superb killer, how excellent your technique, the victim this time was a poor choice. I don't know how people you killed until now, but I think it was time you be caught when you chose me as your prey. That was that scary face all of a sudden. You want to say something, better say it. We never held anything back between us, right? That may be true. I nod and motion my hand. Huh? A secret? Okay, this is gonna be funny. I just know it. Arcuied approaches excitedly. I bring my mouth close to her ear. A clear state. Well, what I want to say. You know, Arcuied? Yeah, what? Okay, ready. That is not all, you idiot! Idiot. My shout echoes through the room. I strike her eardrums with full power and not holding back one bit. Owie! It covers our ears. I'm ticked off now. What are you doing all selling and Shiki? I don't want you to be angry. I was wondering why you were asking me all those impossible things. And now I understand. Eh? Understand what? Well, you asked me to shield against a monster watching you because you think I'm some crazed killer. Jeez, you're unbelievable mistaken. You thought so highly of me because of that? I gotta tell you right now, I'm not a killer or a homicide maniac. You're the only person I killed. Our cream mouth hangs open. Damn it, she really does seem totally surprised. No way. It was your first time and you were that skilled? Yeah, certainly. I do have strange eyes, but I still lived an honest life. I never thought it once using to kill people. Then why you kill me? You never saw me before. I don't know why either. I was being so fixated when I saw you in the street, and when I came to, I already sliced you into pieces. In this room. Without reason, without purpose. I see. Yeah, I see. I don't have any right to be angry at Arcuied, even if she's alive now and isn't human. The truth is I killed her with my own hands. Why are you so quiet again? What do you mean, Cheeky? I'm sorry, I have to apologize. Why did I completely forget such an important thing? I'm sorry, Arcuied. I thought she killed you more than anything. I should apologize more from the very beginning. There isn't really something wrong. There is something wrong with me, so I'm not sure she mistook me for a killer. Because I don't even understand that impulse myself. So maybe Tonshiki must be. Really, I killed you, so I have to accept my sin and punishment. Can't mix it with the rest of society and not realize such an important thing is until now. Now it's just too cowardly. Yeah. No matter what Arcuied is, I am someone who kills for no reason. I see. Then you really don't understand why you're so shaky. I know slightly. Then didn't you feel any enjoyment either? Yes, there are certain those killers things like breathing, but you are really normal, Shiki. That's right. Or at least I try to be. No, you are incredibly normal. Then I was the only one who wanted you to kill. Yeah, other than you, I never felt like that before. I see, then there's no problem. You're not a killer, Shiki. She says this lightly, almost dismissively. I don't think you have to receive any punishment. By chance, I was the only one who wanted to kill. And worse, you were equipped with this unparalleled killing technique. But luckily, I'm a vampire, so no one died, right? So you don't need to be troubled so much. I don't think you have to worry about these morals of human society. I know, but still I killed someone. A dangerous person like me can be allowed loose. That doesn't matter. Right now, the only ones who can condemn you are me, the victim, and yourself. That may be so, but doesn't change the fact that I killed you. Right. Even if there is no punishment, the sin will never disappear. The sin will never disappear, huh? Of course, even now I still resent it, so I'll be troubling if you just forgot. But, you know, Shiki, if you feel that way, and always regret it, then I don't think there will be a problem. But that's just sugarcoating it. Shiki, there really are people who will not sell their souls to the devil, even if they really hate the world. Like someone so honest they could apologize to a vampire. So I think it's alright. No matter what people say, no matter how much you say it, you're not. You can still stay in this world if you want to live in. What? I'm speechless. How can you smile and say that person killed you? Arcuied? Come, we have much more trouble problem to worry about. Now you are up, Shiki. I want to talk to you. Now on. As she speaks, Arcuied collapses onto the floor. Arcuied? I watched a sweat glistens on her forehead as she breathes painfully. Oh man, it seems I still can't do much. I looked down. Her white top was soaked red near her stomach. That wound. Now the effects of your attack are still lingering, and I still can't heal my wounds. I closed all the wounds. At least it seems it didn't work as well. Her tone is very cheerfully, but I noticed the hint of pain. Okay, I know it has a hint of pain. Okay. close off the wound? With what, Arcuied? That. Points to something on the floor. It's brown. First glance, it looks like donut or Banugunchen, but it just turns to a roll of packing tape. You idiot. How you him to close off a wound? Hey, you shouldn't complicate it all the time. I really might start thinking I am one after a while. Sean, let me see your wound. I reach for the cloth. She runs away by rolling across the floor. Don't worry, where are you going? Oh, it opens again. It's fine, just leave it alone. You should stop acting stupid too. Stupid? Okay, you should stop acting stupid too, trying to rip out girls' clothes like you're worse than Nero. Look, I don't see you as human, so a guy or a girl doesn't matter. Calm down, okay? If you're gonna die from the injury you got from protecting, I'll be feeling guilty about forever. Arcuied looks at me in displeasure, and this time rolls towards me. That's a image I saw. Arcuied closes her mouth tightly. It seems she's a bit sulky, but I guess it's okay. And look at the wound. You can kind of see the wrapping tape. I left the shirt and exposed her stomach. Packing tape is wrapped around her. It's really badly done. Taking a good look, I can see blood seeping through. I am disgusted. More than that, I'm pissed off. I lower her shirt back, pick Arcuied up. Hey, what are you doing, Cheeky? I'm putting you to bed. I'll take you out to the hospital, but it's not like I can do that. Carefully possible, I place her on bed. Look, until I come back, don't move around. If you walk around like before, I'll forget all about you, so prepare for the consequences. I look around the room. There's nothing like a first aid kit around at all. And you say you're rich. Yeah, money's not a concern for me, but what about it? Hand it over. I'm gonna buy some things that need to treat you. I don't know it'll work on you, but I'll have to treat you the same way I'll treat an injured person. Fine, but it might be useless. If it is useless, I'll do it. Can't leave it alone like that. I see. My body is the same way as yours, so it might have some meaning. I'm giving you the money. Just be quiet and stay there. Oh, but don't sleep. Don't. What, Cheeky? What an absurd order. It's absurd, but do it. I heard your body functions weaken when you're asleep. Really? I don't know. My scab always heals when I'm sleeping. I don't know. I think you sleep, you open wounds, your immune system will get weak and your wound will get worse. It will only help your tiredness, not heal your wounds. So for now, at least don't sleep until I get back. How long will this be? Really? Okay, I'll do that, Cheeky. Arcuied smiles happily. As expected, Arcuied's thought process is completely a mystery. Why are you smiling? Because you're reliable, Cheeky. I say nothing, hold my hand. Hold on my hand. Arcuied pulls out her wallet from the skirt and hands them to me. I'll be right back. And I turn away from Arcuied and head out of the room. As I go outside, I notice something in the kitchen. Food. On the table, something less than a meal, like more like food and ingredients. You may say something which appears edible. So why she was in the kitchen? Idiot. Grace says she doesn't eat regular food. I don't even know who is for. What's with her? I get irritated. Then I decided to hurry back get something. Okay, let's see. Getting irritated, I decided to hurry back get something to treat her as fast as possible. Although I say first aid, the only things that come to mind are things like restraint bandages or painkillers. It's still better than nothing. Even the small things, something that is not zero. Believing that, I buy whatever I think of. Hey, that tickles. I know Arco's voice and fastened the gaze carefully as I can. That wound in our stomach wasn't really large. Arco said herself most of it and healed on the outside. Therefore, there's still 4 golf-sized back holes in the fangs of a crocodile. It might be actually bad for a wound this big, but considering the possible infection, I applied some defection. Pause the gaze after that and carefully wrap it around the bandages. Quit it. You're too good. Oh gosh, that sounds sexual. Arco's laughing cheerfully. I ignore her and pin off her bandages. In order to stop the blood flow, I pressed a little to tighten the bandages around the wound. Ow! Sheesh! I'm taking points off. Taking points off for that one, Shiki. Phew, for now I'm done. I've done all I can. Well then. I at least made it good, so how is it? Can you move Arcuied? Yeah, it doesn't seem like it will get in the way. My insides are still pretty messed up, so I can't fully move out anyway. I see. Well, the rest is up to you. My specialty is slicing apart, not healing. I step away from Arcuied and sit against the wall. You can sleep now. Sleeping will bring your strength back and you'll heal soon, right? Well, I didn't sleep. No, sleeping won't help me regain my strength. You say yourself, sleeping only get rid of tiredness. For me, regaining strength is only a matter of time. But tomorrow, I'm sure I'll be able to recover normally. You're asleep already. Look like you're having trouble even talking. But since you're up, Shiki, it'll be a waste if I sleep now. Arya sits in the bed, talks cheerfully. Jeez. Oh well. There's some things I want to ask her, so I guess it's alright to keep Arcuied's company. Arcuied, can I ask you about the hotel yesterday? That's right. I guess that's going to be our topic concerning us. Yeah. I just one question. The guy last night, the one you call Nero, just what the hell is he? I'm being serious here. Please don't say he's a magician who can make crocodile appear from his body. I won't say that. I think you know already he's also a vampire. We call him Nero, and he's quite an exception. To tell the truth, he isn't someone you can talk to so casually like this. So he was a vampire after all. But for some reason, like Arcuied sitting in front of me, he doesn't match the image of a vampire either. So this Nero, what kind of guy is he? You seem to know him or something. Of course not. I do not have any vampire acquaintances. Knowing them means I'm going to kill them the next instant. This is the first time I ever met a vampire while killing it. But you guys were talking about a lot of things. It would be hasty to call me acquaintance because of that. Nero is a famous vampire, so no introductions were necessary when we met, that's all. Is it natural to know the name of vampires with unusual power and long history? Among those, Nero stands out even more. Despite being one of the oldest vampires, he has neither a castle nor territory, and it is an eccentric wanderer. The church has given him a second name, Chaos. Chaos? What's that? Literally squealing chaos, like various things mixed together in primordial earth with no one knowing when will fly out. A meaning I'm guessing from last night. Not knowing will fly out. Jeez, you saw us by too, right, Shiki? We spoke it earlier, but aged vampires cannot easily regenerate damage to their bodies. Restore the body after centuries of existence. The weak life of a human isn't enough. So using the simply more superior life forms, wild animals and magic beasts as raw material they compose their body. As one of the oldest vampires, Nero possesses a league of his own regarding the sheer amount of beasts he has caught and used for his body. A league of his own. Things like those black dogs are a part of his body then. Exactly. But there is a limit to a human capacity. Probably only about 30 beasts can be controlled at once. Having more than one is a illusion beast, such as a magical or a phantasm beast, will overload one's capacity. Putting that into consideration, all of Nero's familiars are probably real animals. Yeah, that may be fortunate. I don't quite get the last part, but that means there are 30 those are black dogs. No, that can't be right. Those weren't the only things ramping in the hotel. I think there were things like lions, leopards too. Right. To be able to bring together 30 animals in the same type of one thing, but for Nero to have different beasts in his body truly is the strength of his willpower apart from others. Well, it does seem odd that if he had this sort of power, he would only use wild animals. I would never thought he would employ more magical beasts of his sort of willpower. Arcuied descends into thought. The deep thought? Yeah, deep into thought. Whatever. Anyways, these know his weapons are 20 or 30 familiars. So now we can understand why he's called Chaos. His name really isn't Chaos. Yeah, most long-lived dead apostles don't use their names from their human lives. But they don't make up a new name for themselves. The church assigns them one. They add on names as they find new special characteristics of the vampire. Some of them have names as long as spells. And I guess the church must really hate him for him to name Chaos. It'll be enough for one line. Yeah, one line to hunt the entire hotel, right? But let loose one of his beasts to feed. He seems to enjoy such excess. 30 beasts inside the vampire Nero. Just with that, he killed and ate without a trace 100 people till in 30 minutes. I can't believe it. He's a complete monster. Yes, he is. The worst a pun I could have at the moment. He's one of those you never want to meet. But what's worse, he's such a guy knows where we are. Even now, I'm sure he has familiars are watching us. What? Isn't it obvious? We were saved early because the sun rose. But we can't count on that tonight. He knows this place, so he will certainly come to kill us at the height of his power at midnight. Come to kill us tonight. Yes, he says so himself. What is this? He's the man in the black coat is coming tonight. I don't know what I should say. I should escape. I know that the wildest decision. That's the wisest decision. But Arcuied is in this condition. Even if she ran away, I don't think she can get away from that monster. No less about her, more about me. If I stay here, if I stay involved with Arcuied, there's no mistaking fact that I will face him. He is dangerous, but he is insane. More than his body, which houses those animals, his eyes are more like a machine, devoid of even a single emotion. The truth of eyes of a killer, which does whatever it's assigned to do. As one who has experienced his attack, I'm sure that without doubt he is to be involved. But that doesn't mean I should just leave Arcuied and run away. No matter who she is, she can't move because she's protected. She protected me, and I can tell her good luck and go home. Arcuied, but it's alright. Even Nero isn't a problem for you. No matter who it is, you can kill anyone with a single blow. Huh? We say something outrageous. That's complete ordinary. Hey, what in the world are you saying? What I'm saying, you're going to fight with me, right? Looks right at me. Her eyes place all trust in me. But this isn't a joke. I would like to refuse, but there's no way I can monster like that. I would like to refuse, but I refuse. I know I have to refuse. No matter how much I think about it, I can't do anything. Are you crazy? Sorry, but I'm going to abandon her. Is it my fault? Because she can't move as she needs to. Am I running away from that moment the monster of mercy cruelly started all those people? Pretend like I never saw it? After being the only one to survive, I'm going to run away without any pangs of guilt? The lines of death only I can see. Didn't that important person once tell me I have this power because that there will be a time where I would need it? She? Yeah, I know. I can't run away by myself. I look to the ceiling and take a deep breath. Fortunately, that prepares me a bit what's to come. Alright, I'll help you, Arcuied. I think it's my duty as the only one who survived in the hotel. Then it's decided. It's alright, Shiki. Your skills and you have no problem killing him. Arcuied states this outrageous thing with a straight face. Well, I'm not as optimistic as she is, but I got no choices. How am I going to act to that? I froze as soon as I looked into his eyes at the hotel, so I think all I can do is approach him from behind so he won't notice me to get him somehow. Oh, that's because your will is weak, Shiki. Nero, mystic eyes are nothing special, so if you should discard your doubts, you should be able to deflect his gaze if you look right into his eyes. Arcuied mentions it, but I'm still nervous. No, I better not plan on doing something I've never done. I'm not going to approach him from behind, lines on his limbs. I'm going to approach him from behind and come his limbs. On his limbs. That ought to take his freedom of movement, and if you do that, Shiki, you will die. You say the question is how you will act. That's not right. The real question is, how are you going to kill? That's true, but Shiki, you are about to fight a monster called a vampire, so throw away your human morality, even if it's just for tonight. They're only weighing you down in crucial moments. I understand that much. It's a monster, so that's why I wanted to help you and to stop him. No, you don't understand. Cut off his limbs? Don't do something so suicidal. If you got the time to cut his limbs, first cut off his life. Nothing else can. No one else but you can but you. Listen to me. Don't give Nero the chance to retaliate. The difference between your offensive abilities is just too great. If you miss your first strike, you got no chance of winning whatsoever. Arcuied eyes are unforgiving of any denial. It is true. Exactly as she says. If I take my time cutting his limbs off, the first I might find my head beating by a mouth of a crocodile as I do so. Shiki, Nero will come at midnight tonight. That is when we know when you and I will kill him until he can be killed no further. Not how to act. Now, how to act. But how to kill. Think about that. Her savage eyes are staring straight at me. She is really angry. Angry that I can still hold such naive notions. I understand. I will not hesitate. I'll take out his point of death in a single strike. That's what I should do, right, Arcuied? Arcuied doesn't answer. I suppose our silence indicates our agreement. But where should we wait? Bystanders are going to get killed like back in the hotel. If we wait here, in these apartments, shouldn't we change our location? Yes, I think the park would be suitable. No one there is late at night. If anyone happens to pass by, it's their own bad luck. Saying that, Arcuied turns her back to me. What's wrong? You got something to say, then say it. I decided to help you, so I'm willing to take risk. It's useless. You haven't used the word kill even once. At this rate, you will hesitate the moment and be killed. That's not true. He's a monster who's eaten over 100 people. No way I shall hesitate to kill him. Rick gives a small sigh. If I control you, I can make sure you kill Nero. I felt that I wanted to for the first time, but I also felt I didn't want to for the first time. It's a kind like a big contradiction. Arcuied turns and faces me, mumbling something I don't really understand. I trust you, Shiki. Let's get Nero together. A smile comes over Arcueid's face, but her smile really looks uneasy. The plan itself is unbelievably simple. Just a little before midnight, Arcueid leaves the room toward the park. Nearly familiar with the blue crow, according to Arcueid, should we follow her, so I'll leave the room and go to the park. A bit after her as she does. Then I hide in the bush where I can see Arcueid and wait for Nero to arrive. While Arcueid heaps his attention, I approach behind and cut the line of death. Okay, I think this is where we're going to end here. Hope you enjoyed the video. The next episode or part will be us fighting Nero. So I'll see you later. Oh my god, bye.